everybody, it's Connie Stewart with SimplySimpleStamping.com. I'm so glad you guys could join me today. I've got something a little extra special for you today. So today is November 30th, and here in the United States, that means it's Small Business Saturday. And you know what? I'm a small business, and I thought I want to do something special for my viewers and my customers because all these local businesses have the opportunity to do that for their customers. So I'm going to bring you something a little extra special today. Hey, we're going to be creating a really fantastic project. It's a now wow or holy cow, and this one is very fun. It's a very simple one to do. We're going to be creating a special gift box with Andes Mints, and I have got a free gift for you just because, well, because you're awesome, and just my way of saying thank you for being a part of Simply Simple Stamping over the last 16 years. All right, so what I have is a free tutorial for you to download. I'll tell you more about that at the end, how you can get it, where you can find it. But I say for now, I think it's time that we get started creating because these projects are going to blow your mind. Are you ready? Okay, let's go get started. I honestly think one of my most favorite candies in the world are Andes Mints. I love these. Well, it's the holidays, and I actually found these great peppermint crunch. This is a white chocolate and peppermint, and then of course your classic Andes, the cream de mint thins. I love these, but what I wanted to show you is that when you open the package, there's a great box inside here, and I thought, you know what? I think we can do something pretty amazing with that. Now this one here is a red, or is a white box, I'm sorry. So you can see they're both really festive, but when we're working today, if we want to change out the red candies for the green candies, I'm simply going to flip that box over. I'm going to line it up on this box. Let's see how I did. Did I do well? Hey, not too bad. All right, let's do a little quick adjustment. And then we can simply take the greens and we can add it to the white box. So now you can see it does give you some options because as we're creating our Christmas boxes, I can use this one here. When I'm creating my birthday boxes, I can use it this way. Again, reverse them back and forth, whatever makes you happy. But yeah, if you buy one of each, it kind of gives you some nice different variety. All right, now let's start with our now box. So I've gone ahead and created one, and I did a Christmas version. And what we've got here is I created a wonderful matchbox for my Andes Mints. Remember, when you buy them, once it comes out of that package, you've just got a box of Andes Mints. They're not all that exciting, but we're going to take it and we're going to create a simple little matchbox sleeve. Oh, did you notice? It's all decorated all around. So now we've got a real gift, and this one is super simple. All right, since I've created a Christmas version, for this one, I'll create a birthday version. I'm going to go with Daffodil Delight, and this is cut 6 3/8 by 8.5 inches. Now I have my 8.5 inches up here at the top. We're gonna do some quick scoring. We're gonna score at 1 7/8 and 2 3/4 of an inch. We're now going to rotate our cardstock around, and let's repeat that. 1 7/8 and 2 3/4. All right, I have given all of those score lines a crease with my bone folder because we want those to be really nice and sharp edges. All right, let me bring my candy in. I want the candy side up, and you can see this is simply going to wrap around. I'm actually going to flip it over, and on one side, I will add my snail adhesive. So that will go here. But you know what? I want to make sure I have a little bit more. So I'm going to go ahead and go on the opposite side. So this one was on the outside. This one's on the inside. We're going to line those up. And my sleeve is made. Now, that's a little dull. Let's dress this up. All right, so for my birthday box, I'm going to use a piece of Calypso Coral cardstock. This is 2 3/4 by 6 3/8. And I'm going to add my snail adhesive all around the edges. And do you see that seam there on my box? We're going to hide that. So we're just going to add that right there in the middle of our Matchbox sleeve. My accent designer series paper is from Bird Ballad. I have a piece of 6x6 and we're going to chop this up. Let me show you how I'm going to do that. The first cut we're going to make is the strip that will go across here. So I decided I wanted my lines to be vertical. I'm going to cut this down 6 inches by 2.5 inches. So I'll cut 2.5 inches off. We're going to adhere that right onto that calypso coral. Right. Now with what's left, we're going to do a couple more cuts. Let's cut 2 strips 6 inches by 1/2 inch. So I'm going to take my paper trimmer. You notice whenever you're doing smaller cuts, you can line it up here on the right side of your paper trimmer. So there is 1/2 inch by 6 and 1/2 inch by 6. We're now going to cut a 3/4 inch strip. So again, I'm just going to line that up on the right side at 3/4 inch. And then I need to cut these down to 2 7/8. 3 inches was just a little bit too long for the box. And with our remaining designer series paper, we're going to cut 2 more strips. And these are going to be 3/4 inch by 6. So let me remove my candy from the sleeve. Now I could use the opposite side of the designer series paper. Unfortunately with this one, decapitated birds were not pretty. So I think we're going to go with the stripes, and I'm going to place my snail on the 1/2 inch by 6 inch, and we're going to add that there. Isn't it cute? Okay, let's add our other piece right there. See, it's looking so much better. These remaining 2 pieces, we're going to attach those here to the side of our box. It is just that easy to decorate. And I bet you guessed what we're going to do with the last 2 pieces. Yep, we're going to add those right here to the side of the box. When you add these pieces, you want to make sure that you're getting the snail right up to the edge, because as we work with this sleeve, we don't want it to get caught. So we want to make sure we're right up to that edge. And guys, with that, we have used only 1 6x6 piece of designer series paper and only 1 sheet of our cardstock, but look at our sweet little box. All right, now to decorate. All right, so it seems I forgot to turn my camera back on so I could show you what I just did. I apologize, it's late in the day. All right, so what I did is I took a piece of tear and tape, and I laid that across my the Matchbox sleeve, and I let about 1/2 inch hang off on both ends. I then took 8 inches of my silver metallic thread. I laid it right across that tear and tape, and this little end just tucked right under, because remember we had that little extra. So that's how I did that. I really do apologize. I don't know what my thing was. Okay, now I'm going to take some ribbon. I'm going to tie myself a simple bow. And I'm going to come in with a mini glue dot. I'm going to press that bow onto the mini glue dot, and we'll add that right here. Now, of course, we need to decorate a little bit more. That doesn't say birthday to me just yet. On a little piece of scrap Whisper White, I stamped Happy Birthday. That's from Here's a Card. And I die cut it with the Stitch Shapes framelits. Then I took some of the scrap that was left over when I cut my original sleeve out of the Daffodil Delight and just cut a little bit larger one. Let's come in with some Stampin' Dimensionals, and we'll add that to the back. That's just going to give it a little more dimension. We'll add that. Now we can come in, add our tag, and I'm going to do that actually with a mini glue dot because that's just too easy. We'll press it right there on the end, and I'm just going to gently tuck it there underneath my bow. Guys, what a simple little gift that I could give to a coworker or a friend for their birthday. And look how pretty the green is with that. And of course, remember, this is the one that I swiped the box and used the white box instead of the green box. All right, now I do have to tell you, during the holidays, that might be the only time these come in green. I'm not sure, but just kind of go with the flow of whatever comes when you purchase your Andes Mints. And again, let me just show the Christmas version of my Now version. And you can see with this one, I used the Wrapped in Plaid Specialty Designer Series paper. Can you see the gold in the paper? Very pretty. I used the Pine Tree Punch and another piece of the paper just to add just a nice little tree, and I used dimensionals on that. Remember that technique with the ribbon? Did the same thing with my shaded spruce ribbon. And my sentiment here came from Cup of Christmas. Sweet Christmas wishes seem to be a perfect sentiment with candy, don't you think? All right, we're going to step it up and we're going to create a wow version. So this one will be a Christmas one. I have a Call Me Clover cardstock, same measurements, 6 1/8 by 8 1/2, scored at 1 7/8, 2 3/4. I flipped it around, scored again 1 7/8 and 2 3/4. We are going to wrap the box in the exact same way that we just did. Now, we're going to decorate this one a little bit different. For this one, we're going to create a card. And I have a piece of cardstock that is 6 3/8 by 5 1/2. And I scored it, so there's my 6 3/8, 5 1/2, and I scored it in half at 2 3/4. So you can see that's going to fit right on there. But now I have a card to my box. So let's go ahead and add that just like we did that Calypso coral. All right, all we're doing is just making sure we've got a lot of adhesive. And we're going to center that up. It will go all the way to the end of the Call Me Clover. And by the way, I'm not sure if I mentioned, I did that in cherry cobbler. I just thought that looked really nice. You could go real red as well. Now, to decorate, look at that gorgeous Feels Like Frost Designer Series paper. Again, it's a specialty. You see that silver. Remember our cutting measurements. We're going to do it again. So this is 6 by 6. We'll cut 2 1/2 inches. I'll cut 2 pieces that are 1/2 inch by 6 inches. And then I'm going to need 3 pieces that are 3/4 by 6. Now, one of these I need to cut down to 2 7/8. Remember, these are the ones for the sides. Let's adhere these down just like we did before. All right, what a wow that silver foil designer series paper is with the metallic in the candy itself. It's awesome. All right, we're going to slide that in. Now, on our ribbon, you know what, with this card, we have to do it a little bit different or else we're going to adhere that card down. We don't want that. All right, so for this box, I decided I wasn't going to add the ribbon all the way across. I'm going to show you how to add the ribbon all the way across on my Holy Cow project, but we're just going to use just a nice little bow with my red double-sided cherry cobbler striped ribbon. This stuff's so beautiful. I'm going to press the bow onto a mini glue dot. And you see my tag. This is from Christmas Gleaming. It says, "Deck the halls with boughs of holly." I stamped that in the Call Me Clover. I suddenly totally lost the name. Now I'll add a little mini glue dot here on the back. And that's just going to make a simple little tag. And then you see this piece here. This is for the inside, so I have a place to sign my name. This is a piece of Whisper White. It's cut 2 1/2 inches by 6 inches. I stamped again with the Christmas Gleaming. We'll add this to the inside. And now I have a gift and I have a card all in one. Pretty sweet, right? Now again, you can decorate these any way you wish, but it's kind of been fun to be able to do birthday and Christmas. Let me show you the other one that I made. This one I decided to make for a friendship. I used the Tulle Wild Rose bundle, and I used a Pool Party and Pear Pizzazz, and then the Garden Lane designer series paper as my backdrop. Rather than add the ribbon, I just decided to go with just a little ribbon knot with that silver metallic ribbon there on the side. So there we go, Christmas or friendship. All right, I'm now going to show you my Holy Cow. This one is super fun. So it's much like our last one. You notice we've decorated all the same. And what I did here on this one, well, one, you notice my ribbon does go all the way across. That's because I wrapped it all the way around. I believe I've got about 28 inches of ribbon to go all the way around. Just tied it in a bow in the front. There's that little Sweet Christmas Wishes again. My designer series paper is the Christmas Gleaming Specialty Designer Series paper. Again, we've got that fabulous like copper metallic, so pretty. There's the inside of my card. I stamped and added some of the ornaments that come with the Christmas Gleaming bundle. The measurements are a little bit different because do you see this right here? Look what this is, guys. It is, yes, a gift card holder. That's what makes it a wow, because now we have our gift card but we still get to give our friends a little gift too. All right, let me teach you how to create the gift card holder. So for my Holy Cow, I chose Bermuda Bay as my sleeve, my Matchbox sleeve. You notice my candy, I chose the red. And then all my strips of paper I did with the Pineapple Punch Designer Series paper stack. So 1 6x6 of that. Boy, that looks so bright and so fun. This is going to make a great birthday box. Now, I said it was a Holy Cow. Are you ready? So this piece of cardstock is a little bit different. It is 5.5 by 8.5, so half a sheet of cardstock. And I have this scored on the 8.5 inch side. I have scored at 2 1/8 inch. And then down the 5.5 inch side here, I did half, which is 2 3/4. Now what I need to do is I need to cut this rectangle out, and I'm only going to leave that one just like that. Okay, so this little piece here is going to be my gift card holder. What I'm about to do now is totally optional, but I just always think things look a little bit neater, especially if you're doing something like a gift card holder, to have a little notch. I don't know, it just looks cleaner to me. All right, totally optional. Any circle punch will do. I used, 1.5 inch. You could use a 1 inch. You could use your stitch shape framelits because we were working with those. All right, let's give these a nice crease. So I'm going to bring in those mini glue dots, and I'm going to press a mini glue dot right into that corner. I mean, I need it tight in that corner because I have to have room for my gift card. So let's add one more on this side, and we can give that a press. All right, so you can see my little gift card fits so nicely in there. I did add the ribbon all the way around, but you notice it's a little loose. Let me show you what I'm going to do. I'm going to slide this ribbon down, and I'm going to add tear and tape right across that. This is a great trick if you struggle with your ribbon coming out too loose. Now, instead of wrapping it around, we're just going to cut it straight here at the end. I'll peel away the backing. And now I'm just going to slide that ribbon up and over that tear and tape, centering it up. And when I'm sure I've got it where I want it, I can give that a press. Look, no more loose ribbon. Yay, it goes on great. All right, you remember, we're going to adhere this to the seam. Okay, I have to laugh. There is actually chocolate on the back. I don't know where it came from. I really don't. I'm claiming my innocence here, my friends. I promise I did not eat one of these yet. Okay, let's add our card and gift card holder to the front. I have my stamped focal image in Whisper White. I use the Papa Petals. I decided to keep it easy. I'm going to use that same happy birthday from Here's a Card. We'll add our tag right underneath there. Now to decorate, I stamped and punched 3 Papa Petals in the Melon Mambo, Pineapple Punch, and Bermuda Bay. I used Stampin' Dimensionals to kind of give them a nice little pop. We'll add some snail on the bottom petals. And now we can just add these right here to the front of our box. And now I have, are you ready? We've got fabulous candy. I have ink all over me. Oh my goodness, I'm a mess today. But look at that. We've got a gift card holder. I'm ready to sign. I have got an extremely over-the-top Holy Cow gift. Let me go ahead and bring in my other Holy Cow. You can see just added some of the punches from Christmas Gleaming. So whether I needed birthday or whether I needed Christmas, all right, let me bring them all in because they're all gorgeous, and I think we just need to take a minute to just appreciate what we can do with a box of Andes Mints. You know, what a great way to give a nice gift, step it up. Whether you have a few minutes, you can still create a great box. If you've got a few more minutes, you can add a card. And if you want to create a card and a gift card together in one, we've got you covered there too. Guys, this is a great time of year to find these chocolates on sale at your local grocery store and discount store. Be sure to check them out. I hope you'll give these a try. There you go, my friends. That's a lot of chocolate. I hope I have 6 friends to give these to, because if these chocolates stay in my stamp room for long, we're going to be in trouble. But you know what? I don't think I'm going to have any trouble at all giving away these really great gifts. I hope that you enjoyed them. Are you ready to create your own? Good, because I have a free tutorial to share with you. As I said in the beginning, it's Small Business Saturday, and I just wanted to be able to take a moment to say thank you, thank you, thank you for your support over the last 16 years of Simply Simple Stamping. You guys are awesome, and you make my job so much fun. So I want to reward you and thank you with a special tutorial. Let me tell you where you can find that. If you'll head over to simplysimplestamping.com, and if you will look for the November 30th, 2019 blog post, you're going to see this video. You're going to see a complete supply list for all the projects that I used, and of course, that free download, that free tutorial. You guys are going to love this one. It's a great big tutorial. I've got the diagrams, I've got the measurements, I've got the supplies, I've got the photos, everything you need so that you can start creating these little Andes Mint boxes yourself. They're going to make a great gift this holiday, and you just saw we created some gifts that we're going to be able to use all year long as well. I truly hope that you enjoy this free tutorial and that you'll check out the other tutorials I have available at Simply Simple Stamping. What you can do, you can look up at the very top in that blue menu bar and you're going to see a shop button. And there in that shop button, you're going to find all the tutorials that I have available for you. This one will be there as well with a big old 0 price tag on it. I think you're going to like that. All right, my friends, if you enjoyed the video, and heavens, I hope you did. If you did, I would love a thumbs up on YouTube. Thank you so much for that. And if you haven't already taken a moment to subscribe to my channel, I would love to have you as a subscriber. Just click that great big red subscribe button and YouTube will let you know whenever I have a new video. Guys, thank you again so very much for joining me. Have a fabulous day. Get to creating something awesome. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.